everyone, welcome back to the Healing Space with Rooney. I am Rooney and I'm so excited to start this new year with you. Happy New Year. I pray that this year is going to be a blessed one for us all. Alright, let me ask you a question. How often do you say yes when you actually mean to say no? How often do you take on things that you cannot handle just because you cannot say no? Whether it is something that has to do with breaking your principles or even going beyond what you can handle. Many of us actually struggle with setting boundaries. But here's the thing, 2025 can be different. You don't have to align with things that do not align with your principles. You don't have to always agree to everything. So in today's video, we're going to be exploring why setting boundaries is essential for your mental health. What are those things that actually stop us from saying no, and how you can start practicing this life-changing skill today. So let's dive in. Let's talk about why boundaries are important. Setting boundaries is not about pushing people away. It's about creating a healthy space for balance, connection, and self-respect. Without boundaries, we end up opening ourselves to stress, burnout, resentment, anger, hatred, and everything in between. Let's say, for example, your time and energy is like a bank account. So every time you say yes to something that does not serve you, you are making a withdrawal. So how long do you think you can keep saying yes without being empty? And that's why for most people, they end up pouring out of an empty cup just because they cannot bring themselves to say no. So here's the truth about setting boundaries. It does not make you selfish. Saying no does not make you selfish. It just means that you prioritize your time and your energy, and you're creating peace for your own self. Now let's talk about the main thing. Why are we all scared of saying no? Most of us fear saying no because what if I say it and they don't like me anymore? What if I refuse them and they don't like me anymore? What if I say it and they make me feel like I'm weird? What if this? What if that? We do these things out of fear of rejection. Oh, they will stop talking to me. Oh, my friends will not play with me. Something we all did probably in secondary school. If I don't accept to do this, they will think that, oh, I'm too holy, I'm too this, I'm that and that. But in actual sense, it is like the kindest thing you can do to yourself and to others. Because when you start saying yes, 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 you begin to lose respect for yourself. And people tend to not respect you anymore when you do not respect yourself. And also, it leads to hatred on your own part, because when you end up saying yes, yes, yes to people, a time will come where you do it, but you do it without finding fulfillment, joy, and then you begin to get angry at the person who didn't force you into doing it. So it is like a very kind thing to do when you reject some things. It's not like you outrightly saying no, but then allowing yourself to prioritize what really matters. Your well-being, your peace, and your own comfort. It's also very nice to say no at times because it allows you to be honest with people. So people can be sure that you're not doing this just because you want to please them. So how do you start setting boundaries in 2025? I'm going to be sharing 3 practical tips with you to help you set boundaries. Number 1, identify your limits. Take some time out to reflect. What drains my energy? What exactly is my limit? What triggers resentment in me? When you know these things, write them down. Not just on paper, but then in the walls of your heart. And number 2, start small. You don't have to outrightly refuse people at first. It can be like someone reaching out to you for a favor that doesn't seem convenient at the moment. It's okay for you to say, oh, I'm sorry, I would really love to help, but I can't right now. You can do well to add some reasons, or probably someone reaches out to you to help with some money. Or I would really love to help, but right now, I do not have this much. And lastly, be kind but firm. Remember, your boundary is a statement, it is not a negotiation. You are not going back and forth. Be kind. Of course, be very polite with the way you tell people you can't help out. But be firm too. Remember that saying no does not make you unkind or selfish. But then you are prioritizing your time and energy. So please and please, as you do these things, make it count. Don't be lax in it. Don't Don't be it's something. Okay, I can bend, I can bend. The day you begin to bend your principles for people, they begin to disrespect you. So as you set these limits and start small, do well to be very, very firm in also implementing it. When I started setting boundaries, I actually felt uncomfortable because I was so used to being a people pleaser. But something I have learned is that boundaries are actually bridges, they are no walls. They help you stay connected with yourself and with others while maintaining your peace. So, what's one thing you are going to work on this year about setting boundaries? What's one boundary you think you have been quite lax with and want to set and implement a lot stronger? I would like to know, so I'll be in the comments. Please do well to drop it. Remember that boundaries are an act of self love and kindness to yourself and to others. So, this year, please do well to set your boundaries and implement them. Don't let people joke around with you, with your time, and with your energy. If any part of this video resonated with you, please do well to like, follow, subscribe, and share with others. And yes to 2025, a year that we truly align with what matters to us, a year that we say yes to only what aligns with our goals and principles. See you again next week. I love you so much, and there is nothing you can do about it. Bye.